Joining me on the phone today for the Marion County Board of Developmental Disabilities is Ide. And Ide, we're going to talk a little bit about a program that you are working with, which is Family and Children First Council. Ide, first of all, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'll tell you, we want to talk a little bit about what FCFC is, Family and Children First Council. Every county has one. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what it is, and then we'll talk a little bit about your collaboration with the Marion County Board of Developmental Disabilities. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Family and Children First Council is made up of about 18 different child-serving agencies in the county.
Okay.
And so what we do, we meet once every other month to discuss kind of the big picture challenges that we face for youth who are involved with multiple systems.
Okay.
So in this case, that could be a child with Board of Developmental Disabilities and in probation, or Board of Developmental Disabilities, and he also has an IEP.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are some unique challenges that some of those youth and their families face, and so it requires a greater degree of collaboration and creative problem solving. And so we meet as a council for some of those big picture ideas, and then I meet directly with families and service providers through a mechanism called service coordination. And so what that looks like is getting to know the family and their goals and their plans for the future, and then rallying the different providers around them to come up with a coordinated plan made up of the individual plans that each organization has with that youth and family. So it provides a level of support. There's a little more creativity that one individual agency might not be able to provide. And then it gives a family to achieve their goals and not just put out fires, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. Ide, I love that explanation. It's very good. You have a very challenging position. God bless you for doing that. Let's talk a little bit about your collaboration with the Marion County Board of Developmental Disabilities, because you work on several different programs that help these people grow. Tell me about it.
Yes. So one of the things that I'm in charge of is a grant called Strong Families, Safe Communities.
Mm-hmm.
And so this grant is specifically targeted towards youth who have mental health concerns or developmental disability concerns. And so this grant affords an opportunity for youth to engage in activities and programs that they normally wouldn't have access to. And so that could look like a few things. One of the major things that I link families to is horse therapy. Horses actually have an empathetic sense with youth and adults, and so it allows them to connect in a way that maybe a human wouldn't normally be able to.
Right.
And so we give them an opportunity to spend time on a horse farm, socialize with both other kids of their age and their parents, things of that nature. So we have horse therapy, as well as giving parents and youth an opportunity to work with a mentor a couple hours a week, and that's through Ohio Guidestone. And so basically it's just someone who is able to walk alongside both the parent and the youth and help them with their goals, whether that be socialization, communication, things of that nature. So just basically adding value to what the Board of Developmental Disabilities is already doing in the child's life. So that supplement can be the cherry on top of the cake, so to speak.
Love that. Yeah, Ide, I love that. And let's talk a little bit about the levy that's coming up. November 6th, the Marion County Board of Developmental Disabilities has a levy. And I think because you work with these people so much, you understand how important it is to vote yes on the levy. Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, I think it's in my opinion, it's critical that this levy goes through. One, these are our brothers and sisters in the community, and they have a lot of ability. They work here, they live here, they learn here, just like anyone else you see on the street. And so as a community, I think it's our moral duty to support those when we are able to. So it just requires a small bit of support for those with DD to achieve their own particular goals, which in turn helps the rest of our society. And then I I heard that the Board of Developmental Disabilities hasn't had new money since 1996.
Right.
And so just for a bit of context, in 1996, the cost of a gallon of regular gas was $1.23. So imagine if you had a gas budget based on $1.23 gas, and then you had to translate that to 2018 prices. You just wouldn't be able to do the normal or typical things that you'd be able to do if you're working with a budget that's almost 20 plus years old. So I think it's, from a moral standpoint, I think it's imperative if we're going to really make efforts to uplift this community together. And then I think it's a no-brainer if we're using 1996 money for 2018 society. So those are my two major reasons why I believe that it's critically important to support the Marion County Board of Developmental Disabilities through this levy.
Very well said. If you'd like to get more information, you can go to MarionCountyDD.org. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram, the Marion County Board of Developmental Disabilities. That levy, November the 6th.